Off the program today, we're just going to do whatever it is we want to do. I'm going to start out by hinging. So okay, I've done a few rounds of kettlebell swings with the 50-pound kettlebell. Did 3 rounds of 20 reps. And like I said, I'm not an athlete, so I don't have to compete with nobody. Let's go ahead and do this number here. Tell me what you think about that setup. My technique probably still needs work. I've just started. I just call it a double kettlebell deficit deadlift. I don't know the names of anything. Don't worry about it. So we're going to do a few rounds of that, and then we're going to move on to something else. Probably do just 2 sets of 5 on that because I'm still not strong in the movement. I think if I did it from cold, I think I could do, like if I was fresh, a few rest days, I might be able to do 8 pull-ups proper, but chin-ups I might be able to do 12 or 15. So I think just working those 5s, working to a total of 10, ought to be what I'm doing on that until I don't know, I feel like I can do about 20, and then I can start working for higher reps. I really should just let myself lower on that last rep as if I'm going to do another. My technique is blah. Let's see if I'm going to be able to do any double kettlebell front squats. To start out, I'm just going to take this little 35-pounder. Do a few. Yeah, my legs are feeling okay. I don't think I'm going to use the 50-pounders. I'm not sure. I'll think about it for a minute. There will be no ego lifting on this channel, so I've just decided to go with 75 pounds. Or 70 pounds, I'm sorry. I think I'll do 3 sets of 5 of that. Yeah, I'm not altogether too strong yet. but I'm working on it, and I'm getting a little bit stronger every few weeks. And I've only been doing this Dan John inspired program for, I think about a month now. Yeah, started out here in the garage, 5 degrees outside, feels like of -15. Walked to the gym that morning. Yeah, like it was yesterday. Trying to get stronger at the dip. Technique probably sucks, but hey, working on everything. Trying to remember how to track back up. Trying to do a hinge on this one. Did too many reps earlier. I'm worked out. Whew, I'm all exhausted. I know it's just 100 pounds, but I think I ended up doing 4 sets of 5, which still isn't much, but like I say, I'm just trying to get better. Let's finish it off with kettlebell swings. At least I know I can still do that. I've recovered from the cold from the flu for about a week. I still have the runny nose. And a persistent cough. Whew. All right, let's do some stretching. All right, stretching it is. I already did my loaded carries. I just don't have a real way to film my loaded carries without filming some of my neighbors' license plates and stuff like that. So we're not going to do that. Once again, a little Dan John inspired thing. Goblet squat. Sitting there with your butt touching the ground or the grass or however far down you can get. Feet pointing more or less forward. I know mine aren't. I'm used to the sumo stance stuff. Stretch. Get those hips open. Now we're gonna try to get a dead hang in. I don't know if I filmed it or if I talked about it, but I went on to do 2 more sets of 8 on the dip. I'm trying to build a little bit of a chest. I've never had a chest, just trying at it. So that's some of the rare hypertrophy work. I'm mostly doing strength work, so it's mostly as per Dan John protocol. It's either 3 sets of 3, 5 sets of 2, or 2 sets of 5. And there does seem to be something magical about that. The only reason my press hasn't gone up all that much is because I've psychologically avoided overhead pressing. I think a lot of it is the same problem that I have with the snatch, where I don't want my hand to go lax at the top, so I don't end up with quite a full lockout and I'll be gripping the thing. I won't be barbell wristing it or whatever. My wrist will be strong, but I'll death grip that kettlebell because it's going overhead and it's heavy. You understand what I mean? So, I don't know, just neurologically it's hard to get my body to shut up and let me do that. I just subscribed to Live in Leggings. I think it's a clever name. I think it's Live in Leggings, like her name might be Liv or Olivia or something like that. But I just subscribed to her because I'm kind of rudderless when it comes to my stretching. I don't really follow anybody's protocols or stuff like that. I've bounced around. I've seen things like this stretch I got from Yoga with Adrian. Don't know the name of it, but you know, there's a bunch of learning I've got to do, and I can't believe the YouTube algorithm kept Live in Leggings away from my eyeballs for so long, because she has some good tips. I always do this stretch first on my right leg before I go into the full split or anything, just to see if it's up to the task. That right hamstring, I pulled it months ago. It's made a full recovery, but have you ever had one of those old injuries that it's like with my shoulder where you still protect yourself a little bit, even if it's healed up? I've tried to take more seriously warming up before I get into my stretching, because the last thing you want to do when you're plopping, or here when you're plopping into the splits is, and then it's 8 months to a year of recovery after a surgery. You know what I mean? Ah, there goes my hip. Poor man's chiropractor. I still seriously need to construct myself a regimen of upper body mobility. Other than the dead hang there, I don't know what else I could necessarily do. So this will probably be my longest video, guys. I tried to make it short, but I've got old-timey sensibilities. So I don't have a short attention span. I like long-form content, so every once in a while, you're going to get a long-form video from me. All right, not to drag on too much longer. Peace out, guys.